You saying get out, Daddy, but you're not even telling me a real reason.
House, man.
You say.
Alright, giving all praise to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat, Hashem Kodash, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone, our leadership. Peace, mercy, and grace to the household of faith, the elect, Shalom. Welcome back to another lesson. And in this one, we're gonna play this clip, man. We're gonna discuss it. There's always a lesson in everything, because I'm looking at the comments and you got some people saying this is a skit. To me, it's too realistic, and the spirit of it just seems too authentic to be a skit. But even if it is a skit, Wisdom of Solomon 12:1, the incorruptible spirit of the Most High God is in all things. So, there's always truth and spiritual things you can take from everything. And this one is pretty indicative of where we at in times, because I'm going to play it in a second. But even if it is a skit, the behavior is very realistic in today's times. Like if this was 20, 30 years ago, 15 years ago even, this would be looked at upon like, don't nobody act like this when it comes to their parents. But this type of response and behavior is very common, you know what I'm saying? And this is just another telltale sign of where we at, in these last days and times. All right, so let's go ahead and play it.
Get out, Daddy, but you're not even telling me a real reason.
House, man.
You saying get out, Daddy, but you're not even telling me a real reason.
Man, what is this?
I get up every morning, I go to work, I pay my half the bills. Every month I go half with you on the bills. Everything paid. What's the reason? Look at this. I come home and you packing my stuff for what?
Yeah,
you going through my drawers, you in my room.
What are you doing?
You tell me why.
What are you doing?
What do you mean what I'm doing? What you mean?
Why are you recording me?
Because I want the people to see how I'm being treated.
You're
not telling me the reason. You're not telling me the reason though. You can't be real and tell me. You can't be real and tell me the reason though. Tell me the reason why you put me out. You keep saying the company I keep. Yeah. I got the same two friends I've been having.
Yeah, but they're running through my house. You're coming in.
What's the reason though?
You don't care about it.
Is it because I'm not a basketball player? Is it because I'm not a football player, Daddy? I didn't make you proud. Like, come on. Like, look at this. This is ridiculous. Look at this. Look how you treating me though.
You're talking about under my roof. You're a disgrace to the family. You're disrespectful to me.
What you mean?
You're not what I've been raising, what I used to be raising. You're a whole nother person.
What are you talking about? It's a surprise. You don't have to touch myself.
I'm very shocked.
You don't have to touch myself.
Very shocked.
You ain't even telling me the reason though. I want you to be real. You say you're a man, be real and tell me why you put me out.
Right now?
I do. I go half with you.
Man, listen, the man just gave this dude all the reasons he putting him out. And he's still talking about be a man and tell me the reason. He told you the company you keep. You coming in and out his house all times of the night. And the thing about people in this lifestyle, they do a lot of drugs. They do a lot of cocaine, crystal meth, and these drugs keep you up all night. All right, so these people be up all times of the night, getting into all types of shit. And he said, what? The rules. You're not obeying the rules that I put in this house. He said, you're talking back, all right, which is disrespectful. He said, you're a disgrace to the family. And you can look at him and tell he's disgraceful. Look at him. He said, you're not the young man that I raised you to be. You something else. All right, let's keep going.
On the bills. I go half with you on the bills. What's the reason?
And he keep talking about some going half on the bills, man. It ain't about the bills. It's about principle. All right, it's about behavior, it's about respect. It's more than just money. And all this little dude keep talking about is I go half on the bill so you can't put me out.
You out of here.
You're not telling me the reason.
Get out of here, man.
What's the reason though?
Or is there a ride? Is there a lift? Is there a
I'm not going nowhere till you tell me a valid reason why you put me out.
I'm going to make a call.
You don't have to keep touching my stuff. You don't have to keep touching my stuff.
Can you get those things out of here?
Tell me the reason. Don't throw my stuff on the floor. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Get out of
here. Don't do that. Now you're doing too much. You're doing too much. You're not telling me the reason though.
I'll get you out of here.
If I have to leave, I need my half of the bills. If I have to
leave,
leave, I need my half of the bills. You're not telling me that thing.
Turn it
off.
You know why?
Why? Tell me the reason.
Don't put that on.
What's the reason?
You're the reason.
Half my stuff all over the floor. You ain't even like, what's the reason?
Get this out of here. Get this out of here, man.
You don't have to touch my stuff. You don't have to keep my stuff. You don't. I can get my own stuff. You don't have to do that.
That's right, man.
You're not telling me the reason though. What's the reason?
I need you out of here.
What's the reason? Why are you putting me out? You in my room, you invade my privacy, you going through my drawer, you taking out my clothes.
No privacy.
You throwing them all over the floor, you putting them back up.
What about the family privacy? What about our privacy?
Why you keep bringing the family up? This is between me and you.
Bring it out. There ain't no privacy.
So what about the family privacy? What about our privacy?
Why you keep bringing the family up? This is between me and you. I just want you to know. I just want you to address the issue.
Look at that shit he got on the wall. Look at that picture right there, man. That shit look flamboyant and look suspect.
What is the issue? I never disrespect you. I never disrespect you.
You disrespecting me now.
He disrespecting them right now. You putting people in our business. You up here recording all this, man. Listen, all right. I'm sorry, man. Let me just go ahead and should we finish it? We'll go ahead and finish it.
People in our business, you're recording me. Get out of my house, man.
I want people to see how I've been treated all of a sudden. I guess it was a surprise. I guess it was a shock into the family. I guess that's what it was. That's what it was. Well, just be real and tell me the reason, though. You're not telling me anything. You're not telling me nothing.
I can't do it no more. Cause if this little drama queen get deleted, then the father in the wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? He wrong. He shouldn't have did this. He shouldn't have did it. This is why the Lord is going to establish Yahweh Shai in the 144,000 as a new government, which is due. This earth is due and in desperate need of a new government, in desperate need of the law, statutes, and commandments in this earth, because this is a goddamn shame. This is disrespectful. This is hideous. All right, and the Lord ain't with this. Let's go ahead and get where I want to start. Let's start at 2 Timothy 3:1, because again, this is a telltale sign, you know, of where we at on the prophetic time scale. You know, these things were written. This is 2 Timothy, the epistle that Apostle Paul wrote to Timothy, his beloved son in the faith. Chapter 3, verse 1, it says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come, for men shall be lovers of their own selves." And that picture, it looked like it was this dude's own image on that picture. That's what it looked like. It said, "For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud." And that's why he's acting the way he's acting, because he's proud. That's his pride that he's acting in. All right. Blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy. And that's what he is. He's been disobedient to his parents, to his father. He's been unthankful, unholy. Okay, he tripping, man. He tripping. And this is why once we get set back up, all right, to reign over this earth, this is going to be a law that's going to be put into place, which really, this is really Israel, man. You know, Esau got rebellious ass kids too, but you know, amongst our people, man, you know, stuff like this behavior ain't gonna be found no more on the earth. All right, this is Deuteronomy 21 and verse 18, because this is what you would do with a guy like this. All right, with a queen like this. Deuteronomy 21 and 18. "If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father, or the voice of his mother, and that when thou have chastened him will not hearken unto them, then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, and bring him out unto the elders of his city, and unto the gate of his place. Verse 20, "And they shall say unto the elders of his city, This our son is stubborn and rebellious, he will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard." Yeah, in this case, he a party animal. He out all times of the night. He disrespectful, disgracing the family, won't leave the house. Verse 21, "And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear." So this would accomplish two things. One, putting away this evil. All right, so it's not allowed to be out here corrupting and growing and forwarding itself. And then two, so others would see it and then they would be fearful, or hear about it and be fearful, and to deter them from behaving the same way. But since there's nothing to deter this type of behavior, everybody, you know, is in their pride. And let's get Sirach chapter 10, since I mentioned that in the Apocrypha. This is Sirach chapter 10. Verse 7, it says, "Pride is hateful before the Most High God and man, and by both doeth one commit iniquity." All right, so he's prideful, which is what causes him to begin and commit his iniquity, which is also why he won't listen. He's recording, he's disrespecting his father. He don't even realize what he's doing. All he's focused on is himself, the clout, the attention, pretty much shaming his father. It's like he's using what females use, which is called shaming tactics. He's basically using a shaming tactic to try to shame his father into behaving the way that he wants him to behave, which is to not put him out. Let's get one more thing in the law. Let's get Exodus, because he said that you're not the son that I raised. Because his father didn't raise him to be like that, man. His father from the old school, you could tell. He like, man, why you recording me? Like, what you doing? This is Exodus 20 and 12. It says, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. Now, pay attention to the order. It says, honor thy father and thy mother, because in this world, man, they like to turn that around and say, honor thy mother and thy father. They always like to put the women first. The scriptures put the father first, man. Honor thy father, because your father, that's who you come from. That's you're your father's seed, man. All right? Men are more important than women. That's just the truth, all right? Honor thy father and thy mother. Now, that doesn't mean that the woman isn't important at all. She's not valuable at all. Yeah, she's valuable. Yeah, there's value to the woman. The woman is very important, when it comes to a nation and forwarding the seed of a father, carrying that seed, nurturing the baby. But the father is the most important vessel, because the father is who the Most High looks at as his wife, as his, made in his image. All right, the man, the father. So honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days be long. So when you disrespect your parents, you're shortening your own lifespan. The Most High is going to visit this demon, for this type of behavior. All right. And, sentence is not executed speedily. So it's fully set in the hearts of men to continue in their evil. So because, no judgment is probably going to happen to him in that instance. He going to keep on being a damn demon, keep on doing what he doing. You know what I'm saying? And that's why people like him are going to be reserved for the famine, the sword, the captivity, the missiles, something. The Lord's going to visit him in a special way. And, man, I feel for that father, because I think this is a real clip. This don't come off as a skit. I think this is real. And, I feel sorry for that man. I can only imagine having a son and, you make so many sacrifices and you do all you can for your son, especially to have your son in a world where, the system is constantly trying to take your children away, the woman keeping the child away from you or whatever, abort, AB and all of that. And it's like, to see your son grow up into a man and then him turn into this out of nowhere, because Esau just put these enchantments out heavy, starting with the 19. When that came out, the rainbow enchantments were just went on a whole nother level, man. A lot of people just started getting weird within these last 3 years. They just kind of got polluted with this. And yeah, man, it's a tough thing to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and close, and my prayer was edifying lesson, man. On to the next one. Shalom.